be a problem for everybody, we'll find a solution to it. No, we don't leave the solution to come on its own. So, for example, there is a hidden criminal that is in the society that is threatening the life of the community. And it says, of course, I'm not saying this is what you will do or what you can do, but I'm talking of what is possible within the realm of hypnosis. Okay, that is actually the basis of the question. Now, you are commissioned by whoever is responsible for the society to try and find out what is in the mind of this individual. Now, option A, this individual allow you to go inside his mind to find out what is actually making him to do this. It's possible that he or she is not in control. So for this, he want you to help him or her to find out. Then option B, this individual doesn't want you to find out what is inside, but the society wants you to find out because there is a danger to the community if we don't know what is happening. In this case, do the work of hypnotherapists have the possibility of able to go inside the mind of this individual and reveal something?
So in your second scenario, in option B, no, it wouldn't be possible, because if they are against it, then they are the voice to revealing what is inside. So if they're saying, I don't want this, and I'm not going to do it, you absolutely can't. There is no way that you could find out what is going on in their mind. You need the agreement, the permission of the individual for the use of hypnosis.
All right. Of course, option B is option A will certainly be ruled out now, because you cannot penetrate the wall in that sense.
No, but option A, if they say, I don't know why I'm doing this crime, and they are willing and open for you to help them uncover the root cause. And in the majority of criminal minds, in the majority of criminals, you will find trauma in their life, trauma that has triggered a certain behavior, certain reaction, defenses, aggressive techniques, aggressive attitudes. If you, there are a lot of programs on the TV at the moment. I'm sure you've got them in Italy as well as here in the UK and all over the world. Things like Criminal Minds and in the minds of serial killers. If you look at those profiles and go back into their early lives, you will inevitably find childhood trauma. Not 100% of the time, but the majority of cases will reveal childhood trauma at the root of that behavior.
Thank you for that. I promise this is the last question I will ask on this side before we move on to the next one.
No, you fire away. I love talking about it.
All right. Now, you see, after the attack on World Trade Center, the American government, let's say most of the Western government, decide to tighten their security, but also tighten the way that they get information out from whoever they manage to get hold of or suspect of being, because they don't want another World Trade Center to go down. No? All right. Let's say, for example, you understand that there is the case that have become very famous in the United States, no, of the torture, the Guantanamo Bay, and the rest of it, no. Because I'm trying to imagine because they do the torture because maybe they are not able to get information out from the people. Because if you could have an instrument to know what you want to know, then you don't need to torture the flesh. Because what you are doing to the flesh is to make the mind connect. You are telling the individual, hey, I'm going to shoot you. Then the person don't want to die, then they reveal the information. Then you are cutting the hand, you are really doing all this animalistic way of torturing the human being because you want the human being to succumb so that you break down his psychology so that they can then reveal the information that you want. Then you might then set him free, or you can still kill him if you want to, depending on who you are. So I am trying to see if there is a possibility that a hypnotherapist or those who work in the mind could help maybe the state or the police in this sense to find what is happening in the mind of the people, even without the people revealing it. Because if you don't torture them, they believe. If you don't torture them, they will not reveal the information. That is why they are torturing them. Maybe there is another way to do it without torturing them and making them go through this punishment and all of that. That is actually the area I'm trying to navigate there. And then, of course, we move beyond that. We are not really here in those areas. But since we are talking about hypnotherapists, and the ability to be able to either help an individual, but to know what is happening in the mind of a person, I will try to see if that could actually be maybe what the police will use sometime, or what the state will use sometime to be able to get into the mind of the individual, even though that individual might not permit it in the initial. So we can just totally rule that out, or is it something that is tried or can be tried?
Mm-hmm. Well, it comes back to that question of consent and openness, and because the mind and the brain are such complex entities that even the most advanced neuroscientists and psychiatrists don't understand most of it. They understand little portions. But the one thing that is clear is that only an individual can truly have control over their mind, and therefore only each individual can deny or agree to accessing their thoughts. So there's no way that you can. This isn't as a hypnotherapist, but I'm sure there are ways, and people are trained, in special branches of governments all over the world are trained in questioning and interrogation techniques that may be covert as well as overt, and drawing out information. But you will only obtain information that a person wants to release. So interesting questions, Obehi. I've never been asked these sorts of questions before on a podcast, but thought-provoking.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I really do. Anyway, I'm not going beyond that. That is